I'm Ray Pardini Matson, and this is the Coffee Monday podcast. Here, we talk about all the things, the messy, the meaningful, and everything in between that fuels your week. I sit down with people who are figuring it out, leveling it up, and keeping it real all along the way. All right, friends, let's pour into it.
I think let's start with the basics of RecoverLab.
Yep.
And your background and sort of how it came about to the area. And for those that are listening and watching, RecoverLab is at the Row on Willow and Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous, prime location.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us about it for those that aren't familiar.
So I've been a physical therapist, a doctor of physical therapy for the past 20 years, treated obviously thousands and thousands of patients. And recently, within the last couple of years, I just recognized that the way we're doing physical therapy, the way that we're treating musculoskeletal conditions hasn't really evolved and hasn't really changed in the past 20 to 30, maybe even 40 years. You know, if you walked into a PT clinic today and you walked into a PT clinic 40 years ago, you honestly probably wouldn't notice too much that's different. And so I wanted to change that. I take inspiration from a lot of new business owners here in town, your cousin and what he's doing in the restaurant space, what you're doing here with marketing. I thought, you know, there's a better way to allow people to access conservative care, to treat pain, to treat injuries than the same way we've been doing it for 40 years.
Yeah.
So that was the inception of RecoverLab. And what it is it's a recovery-focused wellness studio. And as I'm sure you know, anything that's new is a little bit hard to describe, but I want people to understand it and think of it as an evolution of what physical therapy could be. And we've kind of transcended really just what physical therapy is by offering more of a community, a membership-based model that empowers the individual to take ownership of their own healthcare, to take that control into their own hands and guide their way through their recovery as they see fit. And we want to be there to help with that.
I love it. I mean, obviously, clearly, I'm big on change. I'm big on progressive. I love the approach you're taking to the industry and just the wellness space as a whole.
Right.
So talk us through about your offerings.
Yeah.
So obviously your background is in physical therapy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so there's a big piece of your offerings that are focused on that. So we'll talk through that.
Yep.
But there are so many other offerings that you have, as you call, some are more, as you say, passive, right?
Right.
And
right. Some are active. Yeah. So I think about it kind of as three primary offerings. We have our active recovery, which is anytime you're spending one-on-one time with one of our stretch techs. That's our active recovery, which means you could be doing one-on-one assisted stretching, cupping, scraping, different soft tissue work to treat minor aches and pains, prevent them from turning into bigger aches and pains, trying to stop injuries before they even start. So that's our active recovery. Our passive recovery is where we have more of our longevity-focused modalities, full spectrum infrared saunas, red light therapy, pulsed electromagnetic field mats, cryotherapy, things like that. And we call it passive because basically that space is yours to kind of exist and take advantage of when you're a member.
Yeah.
And then the third offering or third kind of pillar is concierge level physical therapy, which is one-on-one, on your time, exclusive high-level physical therapy. So none of the waiting, none of the time with the aides, none of the, kind of fluff that has entered into a more traditional PT experience.
Right.
Just what you need when you need it to get the best possible results.
I love that.
Okay, friends, so if you're thinking about finally getting that straight, confident smile, look no further. This is your sign. Thurman Orthodontics is one of our new Coffee Monday partners, and we're so excited to share what they have to offer. This isn't your average orthodontist. When you walk in, you're greeted with a warm smile, some fun music. It feels like a very fun, family-friendly atmosphere. As a patient myself, I loved my experience. I did Invisalign a few years ago and had a really great positive experience with Thurman Orthodontics. They're always doing something fun, whether it's being out in their community, doing a team bonding activity, and truly making orthodontic care accessible for everyone. Dr. Brian Thurman offers Invisalign for teens and adults, along with braces, and he makes sure that the cost never gets in the way of you having the smile you deserve. And if you have kiddos like I do, check out their Groovy Grins Kids Club, such a cute name. It's totally free, and it's a chance for your child to get frequent checkups every 6 months until they're ready for treatment. Plus, of course, they make it fun with games, prizes, the whole thing. Right now, if you mention Coffee Monday, you'll get $1,000 off a full treatment of braces or Invisalign. Head to their website, ThurmanOrtho.com. That's THURMAN for more information, and smile on, friends. Have you ever noticed the beautiful flower arrangements that we have on our episodes? Well, those are thanks to the super talented florist, Darcy from DH Floral, and the beautifully locally sourced flowers from the San Joaquin Flower Collective. We love supporting local growers, and this collective does too. And they've made it easier for you to get 100% locally grown blooms into the hands of other florists, creatives, and flower lovers like me. Local flower season has wrapped for the year, but keep an eye on @SJ Flower Collective on Instagram for updates on when you can see their pop-ups coming back, likely early spring. In the meantime, if you're hosting or planning something fun this season, Darcy at DH Floral is accepting requests for custom arrangements for events and gatherings. So you can visit her Instagram @DH Floral for more information.
And you were that.
Yeah.
And because you're a membership-based business,
Mm-hmm.
you're building a community, I imagine, right?
Right.
Like you're building people that are maybe sharing in similar sort of like aches and working through similar things and going through similar treatments to be able to support each other in that way too, right?
Absolutely.
Or just in general, surrounding yourself with people that are wanting to better their health. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was something I noticed over the years. You know, when you'd have multiple treatment tables lined up one next to each other with patients on all of them,
Yeah.
conversations start. What
Oh,
surgery
I
did you
bet.
have? How did
I
your
bet.
recovery go? I'm about to have that surgery. Tell me about it.
Yes.
And so there's a kind of a natural organic community that forms when people are receiving health care.
Yes.
And the space that we want to create is just that, one where people can connect with each other, they can connect with their providers, they can connect with me, so that they're educated and they, I never want somebody to be going through an injury or going through an illness or going through their recovery and not have a crystal clear idea of what needs to happen, how it could happen, why it's going to happen, and how it's going to benefit them.
Right.
Because the more we know, the more we're invested, the more likely we are to do the things we need to do to stay healthy.
Right. So true.
Yeah.
So you've been open now for a little while, and I feel like in business is similar to your home in that you're in it,
Mm-hmm.
you're living in it,
Oh, yeah.
you're seeing where the needs are, right?
Right.
You're seeing, and then maybe sort of remodeling or tweaking
Mm-hmm.
things to accommodate those
Right.
requests.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So we were talking offline before this, and I would love for you to share more about the expanded offerings you're going to be offering
Sure.
to RecoverLab to be able to further kind of serve.
Right.
Do you call them clients, patients?
Our members.
Members.
Yeah. Mhm.
Members to further serve your members.
We call them everything, but
Yes.
yeah, they are members. They are members.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're our family.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
love it. Okay, so tell me about that.
So our entire kind of my driving ethos and motivation is to bring the best technology, the best care that we can to our members, to our community. And this model really allows that to happen. The more traditional insurance-based model that I practiced in for so many years
Yeah.
is very prohibitive in many ways. I mean, it limits the length of your treatment, it limits what you can do for treatment. There's so many delays and authorizations that are required. This new model, it's you and me, or you and your provider, and there's really nothing getting in the way. And then again, that affords the opportunity to bring in new technologies. Fresno is kind of known for being a little bit slow on the uptake for some of these different
100.
things.
You're being kind.
Yeah, well, it's my hometown, so
Right?
I have
Me
to be
too.
kind.
And
Yeah,
Same, but we want better.
but we
right?
want better. Yeah,
better.
we
And
want the
we're-
best.
We do.
Yeah, and
And
so
we're seeing a lot of growth.
exactly.
Which
And
is
so
the other-
the latest offering is just that. It's bringing in the absolute latest healing technology. It's called OmniWave. It's a focused shockwave therapy device, which again simply affords a member or a patient, or frankly anybody that's in pain, to get that pain relief quickly, efficiently, and successfully.
Okay.
So the more traditional model, for example, would be, let's say you're a tennis player or a pickleball player and you've got this nagging elbow pain.
Okay, that's
right?
a real thing people
It's
have.
very,
that.
very
Tennis elbow
common.
is not
Right.
like a thing.
Or
Okay.
plantar fasciitis or,
Okay.
pain in your foot, something
Okay.
like that. Well, what's the traditional model? The traditional model would be, let me go to my doctor and
Yep.
see what they have to say.
Yep.
Okay, well, it's going to take a few days, if not a week or so, to get into your primary care. What are they going to do? 9 times out of 10, they're going to prescribe anti-inflammatories, maybe some painkillers. And they'll say, come back in a week or two, maybe an x-ray. Maybe that's another couple of weeks.
Right.
Then you go back for your follow-up a month later. That's a month of pain, a month of delayed healing, a month of disability. Okay, maybe now let's send you to physical therapy. Okay,
Yeah.
good luck getting into physical therapy right away. That's another couple of weeks.
So
Maybe anyway, long
true.
story short, this is basically,
Expediting.
what we have these days,
Yeah.
right? So what we're offering is skip all of that. Come straight to us. If it's something that is a appropriate musculoskeletal condition, like the things we're talking about,
Right.
we're going to get you treated that day. And you're going to start feeling better that day with the level of care that we offer and with the technology that we have. And so you're back out there, you're playing, you're enjoying your life, you're pain free. And
Yeah.
again, my kind of whole thought is that so many injuries from, chronic knee pain to chronic back pain, they all started as small issues. A
Right.
little ache here, a little pain there. It doesn't go addressed. Maybe you don't want to deal with it. It's too much of a hassle. I don't want to go see the doctor. But the problem with that is, again, these little things turn into big things. So if you have an opportunity to just take care of these things right away, you're going to live a much healthier, much more pain-free, much happier life.
Right. I mean, get ahead of it, right?
Right,
And stay
absolutely.
on top of it.
Yep.
So the membership model is great because you can come recurring amount of times, and
Right.
maybe part of your treatment plan is this Omniwave mixed with red
Stretching
light, mixed
or-
with stretching, mixed with cupping, or
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
you
so
help
many of
put
these
that plan
modalities.
together for them.
What's that?
Do you guys help? I'm sure put that plan
Absolutely.
together
These
for
are all
them.
complementary,
Yeah.
healing methods.
Right,
So they
right.
all work really well together.
Love.
And it's really it's the active and passive recovery that are membership based. The PT is concierge, cash pay.
Right.
But where that membership model really again had its inception was so many of my patients that I treated over the years, they wanted an opportunity to continue.
Yeah.
They had such great success while they were in therapy
Yeah.
for the 4 weeks or 6 weeks or 8 weeks that it was authorized.
Right.
And then they're kind of forced to be left out into the wild because
Yeah.
insurance stopped paying.
Yeah.
There wasn't really a model or a system set up where they can continue to access high level care.
Right.
And so many of them wanted it. So again, that's where the membership model comes in, because
Love.
by the time you've gone through care, maybe even without going through care, you really do understand that maintenance is key, right? You have to have a wellness practice. We want to think about wellness as a habit. It's like brushing your teeth. You're never,
So
when are you
true.
done brushing your teeth? Never.
Yeah.
When are you done doing your therapy exercises, your stretches, your
It's a-
longevity
yeah.
practice?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully never. You need to
Hopefully
be
never.
doing that stuff
Yeah.
for, on a long-term basis. And so
Right.
what we've created is that opportunity where we have now long-lasting relationships, or have the opportunity to have long-lasting relationships
Love.
with our members.
Love. So with that, the passive items,
Mhm.
they can sort of come and go. I mean, you still have to make a reservation for each thing. Though,
Yeah, you
correct?
book everything
Okay.
online.
Online.
Yep.
Great.
And basically you get to enjoy that space, and you can
Yeah.
kind of plug and play what you want. If you're feeling like a cold day like today,
Yeah.
if you just
Yeah.
want to come in and really like warm yourself to the bone, get into the sauna, get into the red lights. Obviously, there are incredible healing modalities. There's pain relieving benefits and so on and so forth, but it also just warms you up.
Right.
So you can come in and do that. Or if you're feeling tight, stiff, come in and get a stretch.
Yeah.
It's kind of,
Love.
yeah.
Well, and you talked about incorporating this into your daily routine. So I heard a while ago, and not to put you on the spot, we
Yep.
need to fact check this. You probably already know it. But somebody said, and it stuck with me, that you're supposed to be stretching 30 minutes a day. Like for just to kind of,
Yeah.
keep things
In a
loose,
perfect
but-
world, there's a lot of things that we should be doing
Right?
every day.
I'm like, that feels
But
like a lot, but also,
it has to be realistic.
right.
Yeah, and so we recommend, at least one, like for our active recovery members that are coming for that one-on-one assisted stretching,
Yes.
we recommend at least 1 to 2 times a week. Some come
Okay.
more,
Great.
some come 1 time a week, some
Yeah.
come 2 or 3 times a
Yeah.
week. But
Love.
obviously, the more mobility that we maintain, the less stress we incur in our tissues, the more athletic we are,
Yeah.
the reduced risk of injury we're at. And so, yeah, the more you can do it, the better.
Love this. So what are you hoping for those that are coming to visit RecoverLab and become members and be a part of this family? What are you hoping for them to get out of it? Obviously to improve their well-being.
Their health.
Right?
Yeah. We want it to be, again, kind of a lifelong wellness. We want to be a part of people's lifelong wellness journey, right? We want people to be empowered, to take some ownership, and to rely on us for education, for support, and for the resources, right? Many of us listen to podcasts or read books, whether it's Dr. Attia or David Sinclair or Matthew Watt, there's so much information out there on what we could or should be doing, just like the advice you heard about needing to stretch for 30 minutes.
Totally, yeah. It can be overwhelming.
Yeah, but where do we do those things,
right?
I mean, some people are lucky enough to have some of these modalities in their home.
True.
Most aren't. So we want to be the practical application of all of this information that's in the health and wellness atmosphere. Where can you get red light therapy? I've heard about the benefit of infrared sauna. Where are you going to experience it?
Right.
There's not a lot of places to do that.
Wow.
And so we want to be that location, that physical manifestation of health and wellness as, more and more of us become just more aware and more educated about how valuable these modalities are.
I love it. Also the accountability. So having the in-person brick and mortar location is everything.
It's integral.
Because
you can't do it without
it. If you have it at home, okay, I'm going to give an example that is same but not the same. The Peloton.
Right.
I had a Peloton for years. Chris, it collected dust.
Of course.
That's my personality though. Whereas my sister, who's like super diligent, like rode it every day, all the things. So I love the accountability of making the reservation, going in, obviously connecting with other members, but just having the accessibility to...
the convenience,
yes,
because all of this equipment
is
not just costly, but it needs to be maintained.
Yes.
There are issues with it, like any technology. So you just offload that to us and you just come in, take advantage, receive the benefit, and understand that we're there to help at any level. So whether you're injured or you've recently had surgery, we can help with that. Or you're lucky enough not to have any pain or injury and you're just looking to stay as healthy and as physically active as possible and get the most out of your workouts, right? That's the other thing a lot of people don't recognize is, another word for recovery is just healing.
Right.
And we have to allow ourselves to heal successfully between workouts. Otherwise, we're doing more damage than we are good. It's like one step forward, 2 steps back.
Truth.
So this is the place to do that.
I love that. So for those that are like, I want to come in, but I'm a little intimidated. I don't know where to start.
Right.
What would you say? You have an intro option, right?
So there's no reason to be intimidated. We're not clinical, right? This is much more wellness studio focused. The aesthetic, the feel. You're not walking into a big gym. We actually have almost no exercise equipment there because it's not a gym, right? It's not a PT clinic. It's not a gym. It's something totally different. So you'll come in, you'll meet our staff. It's very warm, very inviting. You can take a tour. We can talk about the services. You can try something out, of course, before you decide to become a member.
Yeah.
So I would just urge anybody that's even a little bit curious, that's heard anything about any of the modalities we've been talking about, from the cutting edge, shockwave therapy to the tried and true cold plunge and infrared sauna. Come check us out, learn about what we can do, what the memberships are like, and take advantage.
So great. And I think the timing is perfect. As we're having this conversation, we'll be sharing. New year, fresh start.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, people are more inclined to make change and want to better themselves in all the ways, especially in the wellness space. So highly encourage you guys.
Step 1 is getting out of pain. Step 2 is becoming more active, staying mobile. That's the foundation of health and longevity.
Love it. Well, Chris, thank you so much for being here and
thank
sharing.
you.
So excited for you guys to check out RecoverLab and appreciate you being here on our first live Coffee Monday.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Thank you.
We're kicking off the holiday season with some delicious Dutch Bros seasonal drinks. They just dropped their holiday lineup and it is definitely festive, let me tell you. First up is the crowd favorite, which I am having today. Fantastic. Hazelnut truffle mocha. Rich, cozy, topped with a soft top and caramel drizzle if you get it iced. I personally love to get this one hot, obviously, but option to do both. Then, if you're a peppermint person, there's the candy cane mocha, which is another fan fave that's come back. So this is not new, but a returning fave. Creamy, minty, topped with soft top and candy cane sprinkles. It's giving December joy. We're here for it. Now for something new and fun. The Mistletoe Rebel. Raspberry and pomegranate with festive green glitter glaze. If you need a boost to keep up with all of the holiday hustle and bustle, this is the move. And last, but certainly not least, the Holiday Cookie Freeze. Sweet cream, vanilla, and jingle sprinkles. It's literally a sugar cookie in a cup. Divine. Plus, the holiday cups are cute. They're festive. The iced drinks are too. We'll show you those. And consider this your sign to really treat yourself when you're out and about for the festive season. Check out Dutch Bros on their app at Dutch Bros and their Instagram at Dutch Bros Fresno for all of the holiday fun. Coffee cheers, friends. Thanks for joining us on Coffee Monday today. Feel free to rate and review this episode, and we're always open to receiving your guest suggestions by submitting them on our website, coffeemondaypodcast.com, or our Instagram at Coffee Monday Podcast. And don't forget, you can now stream full episodes of Coffee Monday anytime on the brand new KC24 and CBS 47 streaming app, now available on Amazon Fire, Roku, and Apple TV.